I moved to Pinsville when my mother passed away from cancer. I moved here because it was either come live with my brother and try to fight to stay in New Jersey, or go live with my aunt, who's basically a stranger. The person who influenced me the most would have to be my mother. She taught me right from wrong, and she taught me how to take care of myself and everything that I needed to know in life, like how to pay bills and how to clean up after myself and manage a household at such a young age, and how to just be strong through everything that happens to you. And most importantly, she taught me about God, who's a great influence in my life. The worst thing that has happened to me is losing both my parents. The best day of my life has to be when I was in like 5th grade, and I haven't seen my dad. Like, I saw him when I was little. My parents got a divorce, but I don't remember ever seeing him because I was so young. It was hard to comprehend what was going on. But I remembered going to his house, like scenery on the way there. And I was in 5th grade, and then they called me down to the office and said, "You're leaving early." I didn't know why, and my brother and my sisters were there. And we get in the car, and we're driving up to my dad's house. Well, I didn't know I was going to see my dad. And just seeing the scenery, I knew I was going somewhere new, but I didn't know where. And then when I saw it with my dad, it had to be the best day of my life, because it was like meeting my dad for the second time, but felt like the first time. What I would write in my empathy would be live life with regrets, because school teaches you lessons and then you take tests on them, but life just gives you a test and then you take the lesson. When I'm older, I would like to be a nurse, because ever since I was little, it was about 7, I was my mom's caregiver, and I got additional help. But once it got to the point when I was 13, 14, I started being her main caregiver, where I realized I had to do a lot of things that most kids didn't have to, where I had to pick her up and move her around and get her food and do clothes, make sure she was clean, give her bath and wipe her and anything she needed. I had to take care of her, and I just found some kind of enjoyment in that, and I would love being able to do that and seeing that I can help people in a way that nobody else can. Makes me feel great. My biggest strength is I always know how to put a smile on somebody's face, even when I can't put one on my own. My biggest weakness is that I care too much about everything, and I put people in front of myself, and I'm always there when other people need me, but I don't ever give myself enough time for when I need to be there for myself. I love the sound of laughter, because you can, just in that one moment, you catch that person in the purest state of happiness. I hate the sound of people crying, because you can just hear their pain coming from the shortness of their breath and just the sound that they make when they know everything's falling apart. When I go to heaven, I'd like to hear God tell me that he's proud of me and I did everything I possibly could do on this earth.